What's up, folks? I'm gonna build a computer. I actually got this and this case here actually for Christmas. I got this in time, but because I just got this in the mail today, should be saying yesterday, it's almost 12 o'clock. I couldn't really build this thing for my Christmas present, so I'm gonna basically be not really building but rebuilding my computer. I already have parts from my old system, so I got this R9 270X. This is an Asus DirectCU2 graphics card, an AMD FX 8320, my processor, 8 gigs of RAM. This is PNY 1333 megahertz memory. I usually overclock it to 1600 megahertz. And yeah, my main hard drive for this computer is actually a 2 terabyte Western Digital drive, just a WD green. Yeah, the system is going to be running Windows 8.1 Professional. Whenever Windows 10 comes out, that's what it's going to be running at that point. The power supply I'm going to be using for this is an EVGA 600B, which is an 80 plus bronze power supply. It does a pretty decent job with this computer. Over here, where I'm sitting this power supply at, is where all my parts are, and yeah, this is my bed, because I really don't have a big enough table to deal with this kind of stuff, and another tripod, but here you guys can see parts upon parts upon parts. Okay, let's get to building. And that is the motherboard. Man, it feels like they have freaking Loctite on these screws. I had screws warped. Yeah, it's a lot easier now. That screws warped in some form. Those need to come out because that's actually going to be where I'm going to have my graphics card. Thumb screws on those as well. Back plate to the motherboard fell out. Now I was gonna originally put 2 fans up front. See, right there is 1 fan header. I was gonna have 2 fans inside this case up in the front. Only 1 fan header is there, and I can't necessarily go back behind there for the fan cable because it's only so long. I could stretch it over here, but that looks tacky. Oh man, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I don't want cables to be flowing all over this board. You know what? I'll just put one of those fans in the back of the case. Yeah, I'll just put one in the back side of the case instead of having both of them up in the front. Which one to take out? That's the question. So this one gives my hard drives air, but this one gives the rest of the stuff inside this case air. The hard drives don't really get that much air though because they're the way how they're oriented. I don't think the hard drives get all that much cooling air anyway. Let's take the bottom fan out. Leave the top one. No. Let's leave the bottom one. Put the top one in the back side of the case. That'll work out okay, I guess. It'd help if we had some light. One, two, three, 4. Maybe I can get this flashlight to stick on my... Nope, tripod's not magnetic. Oops. Let's see, can I hang it on here some kind of way? Nah, that works. Man, screw this. I got a better screwdriver than this. Yeah, this is more like it. That's more like it. Now, to figure out how I'm gonna get it from that to one of the fan headers in there. There are the fan headers right there. These two little things right here. I hate the idea of doing this, but I guess I'll just let the wires run over top. That behind that heat sink. It's not like anybody's going to be seeing them there or anything, because this case, the side panel is completely solid, so pull that guy back like that. There we go. Now I get a fan at the bottom. Have to go find me some screws for the fan. Hello, Medusa. How's it doing? Oh man. Let's sort out Medusa here. Well, ain't that something? The optical drive that I'm going to be installing inside this case actually uses SATA. Looks like I'm going to have to find me an adapter to go from Molex to SATA power. Hold on one second, folks. I found it. Here we go. I just stood the motherboard back up. I just stood the case back up. I don't need it sitting down like that. Let me undo this here and get it into its separate parts and we'll be good. There we go. Oops, I just dropped something. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, but we all disassembled now. Thermal compound. All you need to do is just go to the center of the processor and then a little pea size drop, and that's it. It should flatten out as you put the heatsink on. I'm gonna put my fan on here. My fan, I should say, call it a night. Put some Corsair SP120s on here. Go ahead and add my GPU. Oops.